France. France. Are you kidding me? France. Nah, okay. Cigar tobacco from France? Yeah, the whole camera's saying, no, no. How you say no in France? No. It's not we, but we got some tobacco from France. The Macanudo Emissary, France. I mean, they got them little fancy, they wear the funky hats, like frisbees made out of felt. Berets. They got berets. They got mimes. They got the Eiffel Tower. They got French bread and baguette. Oh, they ain't got French fries because that's from America. They just call French fries. And they got them little bitty old slim little teeny slim cigarettes, right? Maybe pipe tobacco from France for cigarettes, but this is cigar tobacco from France. I don't know if I have ever knowingly tasted cigar tobacco from France. I am interested in this. The second emissary. Look, it says it on the foot. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? It won't zoom in. It sucks. France. It says France. Trust me. Parlez-vous smoke, eh? That's funny. Luckily, I just looked at our analytics a couple days ago. Just happened to go peruse around, and I was looking at all the countries that we are shown in, and France is not really represented, so I don't think I'm going to be ticking off many people from that country. Oh, now Bob the cigar guy, he is a scoundrel. Ooh, his cigar reviews smell as bad as Pepe Le Pew. Ho ho. But I don't care what country a cigar comes from. If it's a good cigar, I'm gonna smoke it and I'm gonna tell you about it. But let me tell you about it. What does it say? Macanudo Emissary, France. I missed the perfect opportunity. Where is the dang thing? It's there somewhere. There it is. I got a dang Macanudo lighter. Look at that. Look how fancy that is. Cut that light on, ball. Look how cool that is. Right? Lights up. Look at that. I could lit myself. Dang it, Bob. Dang it, Bobby. If you're French, you would have done it right. No, I wouldn't. Anyway, cut that light off. Emissary France. Macanudo. Macanudo Emissary was created to deliver elegant and sophisticated smoking experiences using tobacco from iconic European locales. As a second release in the Macanudo Emissary lineup, Emissary France showcases rare and refined French tobacco grown in the Mugron, M-U-G-R-O-N, River Valley, nestled between Bordeaux and the Spanish Bordeaux. Nurtured by the Atlantic sea breeze and the region's rich terroir, not terror, terrier, that means I think dirt or the levels. This tobacco develops distinct notes of salt and dark berries. Creating a cigar of this caliber requires a meticulous balance of rare tobaccos and expert craftsmanship. Emissary France is masterfully blended with an impeccable selection of tobaccos from 5 countries, one being France. Each leaf aged between 4 and 10 years. All right, hang on now. We're starting to get serious. We're getting some business here. The result is a cigar as unique and refined as its composition. Blend breakdown. The wrapper is a 10-year aged Ecuadorian Habano. The binder is a 10-year aged USA broadleaf. The fillers are Dominican Piloto, 10-year aged. The USA broadleaf, 8-year aged. Brazilian Arapiraca, 7-year aged. And some Franche at 4 years age. All right. And then it talks about drink pairings and tasting notes, and I'm gonna tick somebody off when I do this. Tasting notes. take a grain of salt. Now, if you've never tried that cigar before, some retailers and some cigar manufacturers will put out really good tasting notes. You can taste this, you can taste that, you can taste whatever. But now remember, it's advertising, right? This is advertising too, I guess. But they're going to try to paint you a flavor picture that's going to make you want to buy the cigar. Because when you go into a humidor, all the boxes are the same and all the bands are the same, all the cigars pretty much look the same, right? So they got to have a hook. They got to have a story. They got to have a what's different. And they do. They need to have something different because you don't want all cigars to taste the same. And this does have a subtlety to it. It does. I didn't prepare. Can you tell? I just. Sometimes I would deep prepare on a thing, and other times I want you to be surprised when I'm surprised. And I thought this would be surprise kind of thing. So I was surprised when it's got broadleaf on broadleaf in it because it doesn't have that power. It's got a flavor, but it's like the edges are knocked off. And so as I'm smoking this, when I was reading it off, little hamsters in the wheel, I got a bunch of them running around there. They all stopped, and all but one that was reading, they all stopped and said, "Hey, so if you age broadleaf for 8 to 10 years, you keep that richness, you keep that unctuousness, you keep that depth, but you lose a little bit of the sharpness." And then I'm sitting there thinking, what other cigars have 10-year-old broadleaf in it? Because I'd like to try and see. I'd like to put it to the test, right? Because it has a depth. It has a full rounded flavor. It has a there's leathers, there is. Dark berries, when they're talking dark berries, I'm thinking purple grapes. I'm thinking the red cherries. I'm thinking, what else? What other berries? Dark berries, blackberries, maybe blueberries. I don't know if that would be considered a dark berry. I'm not getting that. I am getting a sweetness, though. And I think that sweetness could transfer over into berries. Now, it's France. What's France famous for? Snobbery. Sorry. I got my America hat on with freedom. And I got freedom on me. I'm just in my Kool-Aid right now. Wine, right? Grapes. Bordeaux. Champagne. All that other Merlot. All that other... all those others, Cabernet Sauvignon, right? You got all them. So I can see when painting the picture, you would lean towards dark berries. You wouldn't hit it tastes like grapes, like wine grapes, because that's a little too much on the nose. But I can say there is a depth, there is a sweetness. If I wanted it to be grapes, maybe. It definitely dries out your mouth a little bit like grape skins, right? It's very... the flavors are very blended. They're cohesive and intermingling, that is for sure. They all make sense. It's a dark, deep cigar. This is a cigar that when I talk about something as a European palate, where there's no rough edges, where everything just kind of stays in the same lane as far as the flavor wheel, flavor profile, an elegantness to it, blend of it. This fits that descriptor. If somebody came in here and they said, "Hey, I wanted you keep talking about this European palate. I want to try a European palate cigar," this would be a cigar I would grab because this is what I'm talking about. So, do I like it? Thanks for asking. I do. I do. Um, it's got a Corojo vibe to me. It does. That not deep Maduro, but it's still got some depth, and it's got a deep, rich flavor. It really does. It's a hearty flavor. It is. It would stand up with coffee. It would stand up with a bourbon. It would stand up. I even think it would stand up with a mixed drink. You get what, old fashioned or highball or something like that. I think you could. I think it could hang. I do. Not bad. Not bad. This is all right. So, get you some, try you some. Thank me later. And by the way, cutting my cigar with that baller, man, I love that thing from Cigar Medics. You ain't gonna buy three of them because they ain't inexpensive, but the construction on it seems it's a banger. So, and I'm liking the draws coming off of it. So, that's it. I'm gonna go. I'll see you later. I love you. Later, Tater. Wait, there's the camera. I'm changing my cameras. There's later Tater, which camera is a code word for the back of my phone. Country's country. I love you. That's fact.